and gentlemen, and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be discussing Salapine Island history, since three or four of you guys have elected it. And today's video we're going to be learning about the leaders who, basically every other video I'm done, we're mostly going to be learning about when the country was founded, who was their leader, and the events that have occurred during their existence. And this will be a very interesting and probably brief video, because there's not much on Salapine history, but there will be more eventually. But this is what I have based on the accounts of what wars they were involved in and everything else. So without further ado, let us begin with Salapine Island history. The Salapine Islands were discovered by two nations, which were Tasmania and Greenland, on August 12, 2022. But Greenland was the first one to negotiate with the natives and made an alliance with the leader. Also on the same day that they were discovered, they had joined the AMIPR Council. The leader of the islands was General George de la Cruz. After de la Cruz and Leon made a deal that Leon could build bases on his land, the nation of Tasmania called the AMIPR Council to settle the issue because Tasmania claimed to find them first. The meeting resulted with the Salapines being occupied by Greenland, since they made a deal with each other and had a document to prove their agreements, or their alliance. 7 days later, after the discovery and alliance with Greenland, Tasmania would try to invade their nation, and the first event that caused them to join the war was the bombing from Tasmanian planes, but it resulted with De La Cruz and Leon's army winning the war. This was also their first actual war that they were involved in, but it wouldn't be the last. This was called the Salapine War, or the First Salapine War. 2 months after their victory from the first war over the islands, Tasmania was building its empire in Tenyo, and once again they were at war with Tasmania, and as of the first war, they were bombed again, except this time 3 Salapino soldiers were killed. The end of the war resulted in another victory, and the nation was back in peace. The next time that the Salapines were involved in another war was during the Bassa-Tasmanian War. They were helping Greentopian troops rest and receive supplies for their journey to Passaja, until they were attacked by Condustian planes sent from Tasmania to lower their numbers. This was also the first war that they fought in beyond their borders. When the war ended and resulted with the Allies winning, Greenland awarded each soldier of the Salapine army a medal for their service and bravery while they fought in the battles leading to the end of the war, including General de la Cruz. A few months after, the nation was socializing until another huge war was involved, and once again they were brought in and fought braver than anyone to the very end. When the war was over, they were back to industrializing and preparing their nation for future wars. They were once again, a few months later, the last war being involved, they were once again fighting because they needed to put an end to Tasmania's empire, and they finally defeated Tasmania and its allies, completely hoping that it would be the last. But it wasn't, because soon Tasmania would mobilize its forces and help the country of Madras fight for its independence. They, along with Greenland, declared neutrality, but we're preparing its soldiers just in case war comes to their doorstep. In the middle of the war, they were called in to do some special missions, which helped their friends win the few battles till the end of the war. When General de la Cruz heard that Condust received a message from Tasmania asking to be allies and reclaim their old colonies, he reported it to President Leon, asking if they could go to war or not. Greenland will respond to de la Cruz, saying to not get involved but to patrol the islands and give intel to Condus about enemy ships, which they began to do what they were told. From the beginning of the war, they avoided combat and just did reconnaissance for the Allied forces fighting in battle. As time went on, the people of the Salapines were tired of having to send their own military to another country to join in a war that doesn't concern them, and every time Greenland goes to war, they have to go to war. So the leader of the Salapines, George de la Cruz, decided to talk with President Leon to see if he can grant his country independence. On the evening of March 18, 2024, the two leaders met and discussed about the topic, and the president of Greenland said that he would grant the Salapines their independence, but he has to create a form to say that they could be independent forever. So on March 19th, 2024, the two leaders met again and this time filled out a form known as the National Independence Declaration Form. After a few minutes of talking and filling out the document and stamping it, it was now official that the Salapines are independent, and despite them being independent from Greenland, they still remained allies. When now, this is another war that I'm about to mention. This was the Tailanian Civil War and how the Salapines were involved. So let's go ahead and start with that. So, Sufjan Witjon was a revolutionary leader of the Tailanian Democratic Army, or the TDA, and he sent a message to the Salapines asking for some help with their cause. And this is how it starts. So it says here, when Sufjan Witjon of the Tailanian Democratic Army, or the TDA, sent a request of help for their cause along with them in Greenland's alliance, they notified Greenland about the problem that Sufjan was having, and both decided to aid Sufjan financially at first. But the Tasmanians and Brazilians attacked one of their islands. Both of them in Greenland declared war on Tasmania and Brazil. When the war resulted in an Allied victory, the Salapines were relieved that the war was over, but they also had tensions against Brazil since they attacked their island and had betrayed their trading agreement. So yeah, about the trading agreement, Brazil and Salapines made a trading agreement before Brazil went to a war with the Gangolan army, but they were neutral at first until the Brazilians attacked one of their islands and they felt betrayed, so therefore they kind of like broke off their trading agreement with Brazil. So that's basically it of the Salapine Island history for right now. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and just want to let you know, guys, I don't know if this video is probably going to be even uploaded today because our internet has kind of been down lately and it sucks, but at least I have mobile data. Maybe that will work. I don't know, but hopefully it will. But without further ado, thank you for watching my video, and I guess I will do a video of the Tailanian Civil War breakdown next time, so peace.